Okay, we're recording. Welcome to our weekly business meeting, everybody. This is March 300th. I feel like March has never ended. Yet we're about to be in May. So that's why I was playing Justin Timberlake, if you guys get that little joke there. I'm incredibly funny. I don't know if you know that. But this morning we have BOLD Coach Stephen joining us, and he is going to be talking about Miracle Morning and how setting your morning off on the right foot can impact your day, your week, and your life. And I know it's something we've talked about here in our office, and so I'm excited to hear what Stephen has to say. And then we have another guest joining us at about 9:30, and we've got a couple of housekeeping. We've got our Red Day announcement, so we've got a really great business meeting planned. So thank you guys for coming, and Stephen, I'll let you take it away.
Oh, thank you. Fantastic. So just real quick, you guys talked about Bold Pivot already, right? I saw it on your slide.
Yes.
You want me to, am I going to do that at the end after I talk about Miracle Morning?
That would be awesome. Yes.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
We can't have enough, so please.
All right. Right. Yeah. So who in here has, you can say you can raise your hand. I can see some of you. Who in here has read the book Miracle Morning? Okay. So we got a couple. So one thing I would say that one of the reasons I love Miracle Morning so much is because so many of the things we talk about in Bold, Miracle Morning also talks about. And the whole premise of the book, and I'm not going to obviously cover the entire book. I always like to pull out a couple of things and see if we can apply it to our lives, especially mine. And then the more we teach about it, the more we learn, right? If you truly desire to learn something, one of the best ways to do that is to teach about it. So talking about Miracle Morning, there's a few things that the book really helped shape and shift my life to help me become a better real estate agent and a better bold coach, honestly. So as we think about that though, what do you guys think of when you hear Miracle Morning? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Anyone go?
Your morning routine.
Yeah, good. Your morning routine. Good. Why is your morning routine so important?
Starts your whole day.
Yeah, it starts your whole day. If you can get your mindset right in the morning, you get your energy right in the morning, how much more likely are you to win the day, if you will, excuse the pun, or go and do and accomplish and achieve the things that you're looking to do the rest of the day? The likelihood for success drastically increases. And so I always talk about just a few things that I know that if we do every day, we could really set ourselves up to have the most amount of success possible, which is what we want, right? There's always the delayed Zoom. It's so fun. So just say yes real loud.
Yes.
All right. There we go. We got a couple of people. Just the quick tip I'll give you. If you're on a laptop and not on your cell phone, you can click the space bar real quick and it'll unmute you like temporarily, and then you could say something, because I'll ask for participation. It helps me with my energy too, right? So a couple of things that we can do. And before we jump into that, I want to just remind you, and let me ask you this question. Who in here has taken BOLD 2.0? Say aye or raise your hand. Okay, so we got a couple of people. So in BOLD 2.0, we actually talk about something that's also in the one thing, which is right here, the one thing. And Gary says it takes us a certain number of days to be able to recreate a habit or create a habit. How many days does it take us to create a habit, according to Gary?
66.
Yes, I love it. Whoever said that, I love you. Thank you so much. 66 days. 66 days it takes to create or recreate a habit. You know, we all have habits that serve us, and we have habits that don't necessarily serve us too well. And honestly, I can think of a couple of habits in my own life just recently that I've really started to fall into or find myself doing every day that aren't serving me very well, especially during this crazy time of quarantine. Who's been there? Who feels like they can improve their mindset or improve some of the habits they've been going through let me give you this example. Who feels like they've been playing way more on social media than ever before with all this extra time we have in our hands at home? I know I've been there. Now, social media is a great thing, and it's an incredible tool that we can use to build our business. Yet if we spend too much time on it, can it rob us from the time that we should be dedicating maybe to doing other things that might be more beneficial? Of course, right? So my purpose today is just to give you a few tricks and tips and tools to help you win the day by starting your morning off right and having a miracle morning. Now, the biggest mistake people make when they attempt to create a miracle morning is attempting to do too many things too quickly. If we attempt to bite too big of a bite off of this thing called the miracle morning, I just don't think it'll work. That's why I brought up the 66-day challenge. What's one thing, as I go through this, what's one thing that if you did today, one thing that would drastically change your energy, your mindset, your actions, your results, your feelings for the rest of the day, just by doing one simple thing every morning? And then once you feel like you got that, add one more. Start with just one thing. So I'm going to give you a whole bunch of things that you can do. And you might even think of some things that I don't even say that might even be better for you in your personal situation. That's fine. Just pick one or two. Don't attempt to bite off the whole entire elephant, because how do we eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
That's right. One bite at a time. So take one or two things from this call, unless you're already doing some of those things, and then pick another one or two things. And once you feel like, oh, I got this now, I'm feeling really good, let's add one more. And you slowly build this up until you can have an incredible miracle morning every single day. And that's how you take massive success in your business and your personal life, which is ultimately what we desire, which is what BOLD represents, right? Business objective, life by design. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, so one of the most important things that he talks about in the morning is simply just waking up in the morning, and the first thing we should do is to get a big glass of water. Now, some of you are looking at me like, whoa, I was not expecting that. And yet, here's why, right? On average, we sleep, like, if we average everyone's sleep cycle together, we probably saying like 6 or 7 hours, maybe a little bit more. So imagine this, you're going through the entire day and you go 6 hours, let's just say 6 hours will be on the low side, without drinking any water. How would you feel? Wouldn't you be extremely thirsty? Of course. See, so many people forget about that piece. You've just gone 6, 7, 8 hours without eating or drinking. So we got to replenish our body. And believe it or not, our body is burning calories. It needs that fuel. One of the best fuels for our body is that water. So a lot of people forget that piece. And what do we go straight to get? We go straight for the caffeine, baby. Let's go. Give me that coffee. And that's okay. I mean, caffeine is what it is, right? Yet if we put in our body, the first thing we put in our body is water to help us replenish everything that we need. That water will really make a big difference. And I just had someone wake up in the morning. Sally, go be with mama, okay? I'm sorry, baby. It's early over here. My wife's not awake yet. My apologies. Okay, so lost my train of thought. So yeah, big glass of water in the morning, first thing. And then he gives us, obviously there's some other things you could do, right, that will help you get woken up. Because who in here feels like they're a morning person? Raise your hand if you feel like you're a morning person. Yeah, there's always a couple of crazy people on the phone. For the rest of us, though, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking, right? For the rest of us that might struggle with getting up in the morning, there's some tricks that he gives us. Hal Elrod, the author, he says one of the best things we can do to get us woken up after we drink a big glass of water is just brush our teeth really good. Now, most of us do that real well. He talks about one thing that gets our brain going is to really scrub your tongue. Scrub your tongue real good to get you woken up. They've done studies on that, and it really helps you. If you struggle waking up in the morning, wash some water on your face just to get woken up. If the first thing you do is take a shower, that works too, right? If you take a shower later on after you do exercise, that's fantastic. Those are just little things to get you going so you could do the rest of this. Then he gives us he gives us an acronym for how we can start the rest of the day. And I figured I'd share that with you because I feel like we don't have enough acronyms with KW already, right? I'm totally kidding, right? The acronym he gives us is SAVERS. I just put it in the comments. So SAVERS. Okay, and this is like the model that he outlines so that we can win the morning and have a truly miracle morning. Okay, and the first one stands for S, or it stands for silence. The first S is silence. Okay, so and that's completely up to you on how you want to work that. Okay, so it could be some meditation. It could just be simply focusing on your breathing. Now, let me ask you this. Do we breathe differently when we're asleep compared to when we're awake? Of course. So if we can get ourselves to breathe the way we do when we're awake, imagine it doesn't matter what time we wake up. We just got to get us into a state of breathing that's breathing while we're awake instead of while we're sleeping. That's one of the things that get us woken up. And we will have a lot more energy without having to throw down a whole bunch of caffeine. Okay, the next thing, or one of the other things that we talk about is prayer. If you're a believer, we can take just a moment to offer a prayer. So that's the first letter, which is silence. Next letter is affirmation. You see how BOLD ties in really well with this? So we all say affirmations. Are our affirmations positive? See, in BOLD, we teach about the 4 P's of affirmation: positive, present tense, purposeful, and powerful. So make sure your affirmation that you're telling yourself every single day follows the 4 P's of an affirmation. I'll say it again: positive, present tense, purposeful, and powerful. So the affirmation we use in BOLD is: there is no chance, no destiny, no fate that can circumvent, hinder, or control the firm resolve of my determined soul. Hoorah! Right? And you end it with an anchor. And yet you can use whatever affirmation you have. I'm a listing taking machine, baby. I'm a money magnet, whatever you want to use. Use a powerful affirmation to get your subconscious mind engaged at the beginning of the day. Then we talk about V, which stands for visualization. Okay, and I love this one, and it ties really well into the BOLD law. You get what you deserve in your imagination. You get what you deserve in your imagination. Someone's phone's going off. You better not take that right now. I'll see you. I got you on camera, and this is recorded, okay? I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. Visualization. You get what you deserve in your imagination. You see, I love this part. You can literally visualize whatever you want. The way we win the day is to visualize how it's going to turn out. So think about that listing appointment you're going to go on digitally, or however you go on your listing appointment. Think about that escrow you're about to put under contract. Even if you don't have one yet, visualize it. The only thing that's holding you back is your imagination. Because if you can get it into your mind, then you have the capability to accomplish whatever it is you're thinking about. The first thing you got to do is get it into your mind so it can be materialized. The next thing is E, which stands for, there's 2 words that we're going to use, and it stands for exercise, so that we have energy. Exercise equals energy. And I'm going to prove it to you with the BOLD law. Movement equals oh my goodness, I forgot it. I had brain fart. Motion equals emotion. Sorry. I couldn't think of what I was saying. Motion equals emotion. So the more we move, the more motion we have. The more motion we have, the more energy we have. We get ourselves into a different state. Now, when I say exercise, you can go to the gym and work out for an hour, except for right now, we're in a pandemic, no gyms are open. So what can you do instead? Could you walk around your block? Can you do some yoga? Can you simply do some push-ups? Can you do some air squats? Can you go out and walk your dog? All of those things count as exercise. You can get on the Peloton if you have. Instead of using it as a clothes hanger, you can use it as like a awesome exercise machine like it was meant to be. Make sense? I'm kidding again. I don't mean to make anyone feel bad. If I hit a string there, don't you worry, okay? I'm here to motivate you. No, and then R stands for reading. Stands for reading. Now, I love this piece because he talks about if we were to read just 10 pages every single day, 10 pages, at the end of the year, we would have read 3,650 pages. And an average self-improvement book is about 200 pages. So at the end of the year, you would have read 18 books that year. 18 books by simply reading 10 pages every single day. Now, let me ask you this. Who in here has read 18 books in a year? Has anyone done that? Okay, awesome. So a couple of you. Has it changed your life by reading those books? Yeah, if you read 18 books in a year, there's no way you don't change your life forever. Forever. The people can read one book and change their life forever. Right? And it doesn't have to be self-improvement. It can just be fictional. If one week you're reading fictional, and then 1 week is non-fictional, 1 week is the Bible. However you want to do that, just find something to read. You're getting your mind engaged and woken up, and you're firing on all pieces there, right? And then the last one is to scribe, which is a fancy word for writing. So take a moment just to write down in your journal. Maybe we rewrite our affirmation, or we just talk about how the day went yesterday. What are our wins? What do we intend to do? What is something we learned? What if we wrote down our goal every single day? They say if we write our goal every day, we're 80% more likely to achieve our goal. So that's your acronym, SAVERS. What's a takeaway or an aha from this little conversation we've had so far? What's something you learned or something you intend to do? Who would like to share?
I would. This is Shakira. When we got to the affirmation, it's something that I do with my daughter every day. But I just really didn't realize I didn't do it for myself.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, do it with her. If you're doing it with her already, just do it with her, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. That's so cool you do it with her daughter. I too do it with my children. They're young and they don't quite understand, yet they love to yell and hoop and holler with their papa. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else?
Well, I think the visualization is so powerful too. The visualization and the writing down. And that's why we do vision boards. And that's why we do our big life exercises, is to put it out there.
Right. Yes. Fantastic. Thank you. What else? One more. Someone else I'd like to share. It's all right. I got like all day.
Sarah, you're muted. Here, let me.
Oh, there we go.
I like the writing goals in a journal or whatever every day versus just writing them down and seeing them.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, so many times we complicate it, right? We complicate it too much, right? We could journal every day just by simply writing our goal every single day. And you're so much more likely to accomplish that goal because you're putting it into your subconscious mind. And remember, your subconscious mind is 1,000,000 times more powerful than your conscious mind. The subconscious mind is a part of the brain that keeps your heart beating 100,000 times a day without you ever even having to think about it. So the more you can tap into your subconscious mind, the more likely you are to accomplish anything. Your conscious mind is the goal setter. Your subconscious mind is the goal getter. So all of these things are helping you tap into your conscious mind, especially writing. That's one of the best and quickest forms straight to your subconscious mind. So thank you, Sarah. That's so powerful. That's fantastic. Did you guys enjoy a little session here talking about Miracle Morning?
Yes.
Yes, fantastic. I'm glad you did. Now, remember, my suggestion, my coaching to you would be to not attempt to do all of these things in one day. This could be an hour-long thing that you do every day. This could also be, I've done all of these things in a matter of 10 minutes. Now, you got to do it quickly and you got to move quickly because sometimes that's all you got, right? If I have a meeting at 5:30 in the morning because it's 8:30 Eastern time and it's 5:30 my time, I'm only going to spend about 15, 20 minutes doing this. I'm not going to get up an extra hour early, 3:30 in the morning, so I can have a miracle morning. I'm just not going to do that. Yet I will go through these steps in 10, 15 minutes, which you can do too. So some days you'll have a lot more time to do this. Some days you'll have less. The point is, are you doing it and are willing to commit to it every single day? So again, I'll go back to what I said at the beginning. Pick 1 or 2 things that you can do starting today and commit to a 66-day challenge and go and attack that. And so you attack the rest of your day as well. That sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. All right, let's talk about bold pivot before I run out of time. I don't. Do you have it on the PowerPoint?
Yes, I do.
Oh my goodness. So we have, who in here is already signed up for Bold Pivot? All right, we got
And
one.
we've got a couple more that are signing up, just have not yet. So we've got some commitments too.
Okay, fantastic. So everyone is asking us, like, what is Bold Pivot? If you take a look at your awesome screen here, I'd usually take a look at behind me at my screen. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna look at your screen right in front of you. Only time I ever say that. Isn't it so fun being on Zoom? Such a different world. It's flipped our world upside down. Right. So what is Bold? Well, Bold 2.0, or Bold Pivot is a digital version of Bold 2.0. And we're going to incorporate the 4 pivot points that Gary has told us that we must focus on now so that we can take market share, right? Who in here has read Shift? Believe it or not, we are going through a shift right now. So we have opportunity to take market share. And in order to do that, we must take mind share. So Bold will help us take mind share first by ensuring that our mindset is where it needs to be. This is why I love the Miracle Morning, because if we can start our habits today and the next few days, by the time Bold starts, we already have incredible habits that we've started for a week or however long we've been doing this, so that we are much more ready to receive the message that our awesome Bold coaches are going to give us. Okay, so we all outline the opportunity we have to improve our mindset, which obviously what would Bold be if we didn't talk about mindset and scripts, right? Do y'all feel like we got to have a different type of conversation right now with the people in our database, the people in our world, right? The way we talk to people now has got to be a little bit different than what it was a couple of weeks ago. That makes sense? So what do we say? How do we say it? When is it appropriate to ask for business? Is it okay to ask for business? I would say yes, of course, with some tactfulness, with love. Let's lead with caring. Caring first, service first, sales second. That's what Bold's about, right? An awesome thing that we're talking about, if you look at the expenses. So James Shaw, one of my coaches, an awesome coach, he pulled out of Shift an awesome model to help us cut expenses. Now, I trust all of us have been looking at our expenses, like what can we get rid of right now with all of this going on, right? And I don't know if you guys are like me in a sense that, like, I've had some things that, like, should I get rid of this? Should I keep this? Like, do I need Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and all the rest of them, or can I just live on Netflix, right? Well, there was a big upheaval in my house around that. I'm totally kidding. And yet, I think you get my point, right? Is there something we should get rid of instead of another thing, right? And so if we're having doubts around that, well, we have a model that we will help you. And on average, our agents that have implemented this model have saved about $500 per month on their monthly expenses. So we've been able to cut expenses by about $500 per month. Now, if you notice in the top right-hand corner of your screen, Bold is how much? How much does Bold cost to take Bold Pivot right now?
$99.
$99. And that's for you. That's to help you in these crazy times get into Bold and take market share and be able to take your business and personal life and mindset to another level. Yeah, if we can help you save $400 a month, even call it $400 a month, all while paying $99, well, guess what? You're on top by $300. So it's a no-brainer at that point.
And Stephen, our office is reimbursing from the first transaction. So really it could be free. So
that's amazing. Do it, guys, do it. I know I have a biased opinion, yet it is the greatest real estate coaching and training program available right now, right? I've talked to friends outside of Keller Williams, and they're like, we just don't have anything going on right now. And it blows my mind. This is why we are with Keller Williams. Take advantage of the incredible opportunity. We're going to talk about double downing on leads and social media, and we're going to actually have some hands-on training within Command. Who feels like they can improve their skills around Command and their database within Command? Everybody, right? That is forever changing. We're going to have guest speakers talk to us about how incredible Command is and what you could do right now in these crazy times to take market share. Okay, so when does BOLD start would be the next question. Well, it starts on May 5th, 1 to 3 p.m. Central Time. Everything will be recorded, right? My only thing about that is, like, if you have, if there's a way you can be there for the live session, you're going to get more out of watching the live session than you ever will in the recording session. Yet, if you have $1 million listing appointment you're going on, I'm going on that too. Right? I'm going with you. We're going to miss BOLD. That's the purpose of having it recorded during these crazy times. It will all be on our BOLD Pivot Facebook group, which in my opinion is the best part, because our BOLD has already started. For anyone part of the BOLD Pivot Facebook group, you have access to all 50 BOLD coaches. We are monitoring that Facebook group round the clock. Literally, we said at the beginning we're going to monitor it Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now it's like all the time. There's always a BOLD coach watching that. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or jokes, you get the BOLD coaches to laugh at your jokes or help you with any questions you have. Okay, who has already subscribed to the BOLD Pivot Facebook group? Yeah, awesome. Hasn't it been amazing? Yeah, we're working on getting even more material going to that right now so that you can get value out of it right now. I had an agent tell me the other day, she said, yeah, I got my $99 worth out of the BOLD Pivot Facebook group already. And that was like a week ago. And I'm like, for $99, you have access to every single BOLD coach out there. So it's not just one that's leading the group this time. It's incredible. There will never be anything like this again. I trust, right? I don't want to go through another pandemic in my lifetime. So this is the only time we're ever going to do this. So take advantage of it now. In addition, they're going to have this thing called Coach's Corner on Wednesday and Friday from 1 to 3. Basically what they're going to do there is they're going to dive deep into the material from the day before, answer questions, and go from there. Here's the thing. This morning, I think in the next couple of minutes, we're going to break 20,000 people that have signed up for BOLD Pivot already throughout the company and throughout the world. We have people from all over the world already signed up for BOLD Pivot.
It's really cool to see too, Stephen, where people are going. I am from, all over the world,
Lisbon, Portugal, Romania, Mexico, Spain, literally everywhere. It's incredible. It's so cool to see where Keller Williams expands to, and you're so right. It's so fun to see so many different people there, right?
Yeah. And we so need this boost of mindset, and Gary says May is going to be our determining month for the year. So why not invest $100 that you're going to get back out of a 4-week class that can change the trajectory of your year. So this is a really positive thing to move you forward.
That's exactly right. Thank you so much. Do you guys have any questions? Have any questions for me about BOLD Pivot, about your Miracle Morning, about life in general? I'm pretty much a pro in all aspects of life. I'm totally kidding. That's a total joke.
We so appreciate you, Stephen, and thank you for spending your morning with us this morning.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much. Who in here is committed to signing up for BOLD or who's already signed up for BOLD? Oh, awesome.
And this is not just for agents. Our favorite home warranty rep, Alia, she also has signed up. So Alia, pop in, tell us how many times you've done it and why you're excited about it.
This is my second time. I'm thrilled. The price is incredible. I mean, I probably would have done it. Don't tell now, it's too late. At full price, because I took it in 2017. It was time to take it again, to take me from the level I came to the next level. It's applicable to sales and to life. And I'm ready to get to the next level. And we have the time right now, and being able to do it virtually without eating up that commute time is amazing. I'm thrilled. But yeah, it's my second BOLD.
Yay.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you. You're welcome to stay with us, but I know you probably got stuff lined up on your calendar. So thanks again for joining us this morning.
Oh, yeah. My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Be bold, guys. Take care.
Bye, Stephen. All right, Alia, while you're here, you did a drawing last week for a gift card. Tell us who the winner was for that.
We did, and then my internet kind of went dark on me for a day. And if that happens to you, it will be inconvenient. But I tell you what, it was a very relaxing day. So I did do a drawing of everybody who came to the Scott Toombs meeting, and Rebecca was my drawing winner, so she's going to get that Amazon gift card in the mail. But I let her know, but we thought we'd go ahead and announce it today. So look out, we're going to be doing more stuff like that. And I'm so excited for BOLD. I know we've got the big BOLD Facebook group, but I look forward to talking in the KW Montgomery agent group, just kind of individually about like what's going on and how it's going. So I'm thrilled to join y'all on that. So thank you, and I'll see everybody soon.
Yeah, thank you, Alia.
Bye, guys. Bye.
All right. We also have a couple of things. Michelle, are you with us? Do you want to go ahead? She was with us. Let's see.
I'm here.
Oh, hey. Guys, this is Michelle Treywick. She is out of the KW Vestavia office, and she has been a really good friend to us and has stepped in recently. Miss Bren had a situation, you guys know, where she fell and broke her arm, and she's been recovering for that. And Michelle stepped in and took over her last classes for her last blended course. And Michelle teaches in Vestavia, and so she has also offered to do invite our Montgomery people to her blended in May, and she's going to tell us more about that. So Michelle, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me. I see a few friends I know, Miss Sarah and Katie. So excited to see you guys. So yeah, so I am now doing all types of teaching. So with I do the blended class just like Bren did. So we have a class that starts on Monday, and I will send Katie again the link for that. But if you have a pen and you want to jot that down, it's super simple. It's bit.ly/new career in real estate. So super simple, bit.ly/new career in real estate. So that class starts on Monday. We'll meet for 4 weeks, Mondays and Thursdays from 6 to 10 over Zoom, over this same format. I've had a great week and a half. This past week and a half, I've been meeting with the last 5 students that Bren had. And in the beginning, I was a little bit concerned because, you know, the new girls coming in, and they, you know, they're kind of not as motivated as they were because they took a little bit of a break in this whole crazy life we're living at the moment. But over the past 2 weeks, I've really been able to kind of nurture a relationship with them. And even 2 of those students last night sent me 2 students that are going to start to join me on Monday. So I felt like that was a great compliment. I was very grateful that they now had some trust in me. And after we've been through this last week and a half of going over their material and getting them test prepared. So I do the class for 4 weeks. I think Bren does it for 5. So what I do is I do 4 weeks, Monday and Thursday from 6 to 10. I usually have us out of there about 9:30, 9:45. And I used to say it's because I'm not a night owl. We all were able to be home by 10, but now we're all just like shut the computer down and walk across the room, so we're good. But I take the 5th week, instead of doing a full week, that 5th week, it's an optional. That's not a required class. So I give them a practice test. It's about 150 questions, and I allow them to work on that test over the weekend. It's optional if they want to come back on Monday. I do not give them the answers to the test. And then we go over the test on that Monday night. Like that's what we did last night with class, about 2.5 hours. We went over a lot of their questions. It gives us a chance to kind of go back because I don't know about you guys, but I can't remember what Katie told me 4 weeks ago. So so you're going to need a little bit of refresher. So I take that night to do so. And then we'll have them ready then to sit for their class exam. They have to make an 80% or better to take their class exam. Once they pass that with an 80% or better, they can move on to the state exam. And that they have to, of course, have a 70% or better, as we all have had to have in the past. So a lot of people look online and they kind of research us and they say, well, the state says we only have to have a 70% to pass our class exam. That is true. That's what the state says. But the state also says that each school gets to set their own standard, which falls right in the mindset that we have with Keller Williams, is that we want to raise the standard, right? We have our own standards and we want to raise that level. And we also want to prepare these students to pass the test the first time as much as we can. So I find in my own students that anybody that makes 85 or better on the class exam, they're going to pass the test the first time. I mean, it's just very unlikely that they do that, so that they fail. So I feel very good about that. Donna wants to hold at the 80%. I would raise it to 85 if she would let me, but she's like, no, we're going to keep it at 80. And 85% or better kind of freaks a few people out, but I'm like, you know, let's raise the bar and make sure they pass the first time.
Yeah.
So the class is $445. That includes a book. We will be mailing them a book. So I am asking that everybody register by Friday. And I know that doesn't give you guys much time, but if we send you the link and we send you a little image, if you guys could share that and share the link, I want to help you guys grow your office, and I want to help you guys grow your profit share.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about me. Like when they join my class, I ask, who sent you to class? And I keep a record of that so that when they come back and we're done, so I track them the whole time. I put them all on a group me. So in the group me, I'm constantly, if they have a question, they have access to me, just like any other student or any of my other clients. They can text me. I'll answer what I can over group me, and that way it's in group me so they can all benefit from the question. And then we also track, you know, so when are you taking your test? And I kind of kid around with them and say, I'm the first person you call when you take that test. Well, if you're married, you can call your husband or wife. You might be able to call your mama, but I'm the first one you call outside of family. So that way I want to stay in touch with them so that when they pass, I can say, perfect. Now you're ready to meet with Katie, or you're ready to meet with Katie and have that one-on-one interview. That way I can protect your office to make sure you guys are growing, and I can also protect your profit share. And then I send that person to Katie and I say, hey, so Katie, Sarah had Tom Smith and he came through class. He has passed his test today with flying colors. We're so excited. He's ready to make an appointment with you. And so that way I'm protecting you guys from beginning to end so that when Katie meets with him, she can say, so I'm so glad that Sarah was able to put you with Michelle and pull that together. And it's not my profit share, right? So not one time should they name me unless I was to run an ad in Montgomery, which I'm not. And sorry guys, but I just don't have time for all that.
That's you. You guys get to do that.
I thought about it. Oh, I should run an ad. And I thought, Lord, I don't have time for all that. I don't have time to filter all that right now. So you guys need to go pull some things together. I've created an image. I'll send that to Katie as well in Command, by the way. I just took a Command design, created this image, made it all about the school, getting your real estate license, and I'll send that to her. I have the link in there. You cannot make that image like clickable, so you'll have to retype the image, but at the bottom it says, you know, type in blah, blah, blah. And it is the bit.ly New Career in Real Estate. That's what they see on everything. It's also powered by Career Academy. This is not a Keller Williams school. So we are powered by Career Academy, just like Brent is in your office. But I'm super excited. I've had a lot of classes over this Zoom, and I don't want to say that I've mastered it, but I'm going to say that I feel like I've become pretty comfortable sitting on this side of the screen, which I thought I would never say because I don't do video with my listings, but I can teach class over Zoom. So whatever sense my coach is like, that makes no sense. Well, I get that. So, and I'm going to send to Katie, if you guys don't mind, so to benefit you guys. So it's a CE year, and even though the state has said, oh, you have till December 31st, what we're really hoping is that once things open up completely and we're all able to get out of the house and get back to work, we don't have time for CE. So I have a CE class that I'm doing on Friday. I have not published the link yet. I was saving it for you guys because I am limiting the class to 25 people. So I'm going to do risk management level 1, avoiding violations, Friday from 9:30 to 12:30. I will send her the Eventbrite so you can register. It will be over Zoom, but you can register through Eventbrite, pay the $25, and we'll be 9:30 to 12:30. We take 10-minute breaks just like we do in a regular classroom. But I wanted to offer that to you guys too. So if you don't have a way to take your CE or get that started, if you've not completed your risk management, then I would love to have you in class. And about Wednesday afternoon, if sometime tomorrow, if I don't have the class full, then I'll open it up to the public here in Birmingham and allow those people to register. So I wanted to give you guys first chance since Bren is out of pocket. If you guys need some CE help, then I wanted to be able to offer that to you guys first.
We so appreciate that, Michelle. And the reason I had Michelle join us today is she joined us for our first digital career night, and again, is a great friend to us. And we had a conversation on how her office agents are able to grow their profit share by recommending people to this course, because I think half the people in the world think about getting a career in real estate. So odds are somebody thinking about it. So this is a great opportunity to touch your database and your sphere of those conversations. And you can, again, we're always going to say, hey, Tiffany, brought Sarah to Michelle, and then Michelle passes them on, and we bring it back to you, so that when we have the conversation around the sponsorship form, it is, that Sarah, Tiffany recommended you to us, and we're so thankful to her. And so when you're writing the person most instrumental in having you, pointing you to KW, that would be the person. So that way we can make sure, again, like Michelle said, that conversation is protected and we're all speaking the same language. And that way you guys grow your profit share tree. So.
Yeah, so I've been teaching this class for about 3.5 years, and I'm teaching 4 to 5 classes a year, and each class has 10 to 15 people in it. And guys, I have less than 10 people in my profit share tree from class. I probably have maybe 6 to 8, if that. And I just say that so that if I'm doing if I'm having 50 to 60 people a year through my class, the percentages of and those are just the people that found me online because I did my own ad in Birmingham. But a lot of my agents are putting things on Indeed, put the link on Indeed, because people are without a job right now and they're getting a nice check from unemployment. They might be looking for a career change. They're like, I can't go through this again. I need to be in control of my own destiny. And I feel like the more we are positive, even if we're not out showing houses today, if we're positive about, the market's still good, rates are still good, we have to keep being positive whether our business stinks or not. Because I'll just tell you, I'm losing a listing this week. I have one listing that's not getting the showings that I think it should. I don't think it's because of the price I think it's just I have the ugliest house in Birmingham right now listed. I just have this house that doesn't have a great curb appeal. And so we've all been in that boat, but by the same token, I'm getting leads on command and I'm moving forward. And that's the story I'm telling. That's the story we all need to keep telling everybody, that the sky is not falling and it's a great time to get into real estate, list a house or buy a house.
Right.
And all 3 of those are correct. And I'm not saying that just because I need to fill a class.
Right.
I just am not going to say the sky's falling. Like, I'm just not.
Yeah.
But I might have to come to Montgomery and have a conversation with Kay Ivy today after 11 o'clock, but the sky's not falling.
Well, come on. Yeah, Michelle, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And she has gone above and beyond to help us in our market center. And it's not for her gain. It's just the culture of KW. And we're so appreciative of everybody that has leaned in and poured in to our agents. And so we're always looking at different, there's the gift of the shift. So what is yours? Yours could totally be inviting people to the join a career in real estate. It could totally be growing your profit share tree by reaching out to agents that you co-op with and saying, hey, here is the largest course in real estate, $99 coaching consulting, formerly $800. There's always opportunity, and that's what we want to paint for you guys, that it's here. You just need to decide where you're going to plug in and reach in and grab it, because it's all possible. So thank you very much, Michelle. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. And the flyer will have my phone number on it, my personal cell phone number. So if anybody has any questions, that I have the link and my cell phone number. And that way they're not calling the school and they're not getting, well, I don't know what, I'm in Montgomery, and then the people at the school going, oh, well, the Montgomery teacher's out of pocket. Just encourage them to call me directly. You guys can call me directly. And it was so good to see those of you that I know. And I think one of the very first opportunities I had to come to Montgomery, Sarah and I had a very dear conversation, and it was about her going to BOLD. Was it not? Yeah.
Yes, and it changed my life.
And it changed her life. So she's one of my favorites down there, because we had a very coachable moment in the middle of team meeting. And that's been a while back. So very good. It's so good.
I love that. It's a small world.
It is.
Actually, speaking of, we can go ahead with what we were going to. So welcome, Pinnacle. Sarah, our team owners, group technically owners, and they have a mega agent office that is just now joining us. And so we've been very excited about this, and this is going to be a beautiful partnership. So Michelle, I don't even know if you knew Katie and Sarah had kind of gone and done their own thing, and then now they're coming back into the fold, and we are so excited about it. So
I'm so glad. I know when Sarah and Katie both left, and then I was like, what? Who am I going to send business to in Montgomery? They're like, you can still send it to me. You left me.
Now she's back. Now they're back.
Now she's back. Look, she's in my phone. She and Katie are both in my phone. I don't have another. Sorry if there's anybody else. Sorry, there is no offense. But those are the two that I know the best in the Montgomery office. So when I have a referral, or one of my agents in Birmingham say, I need a Montgomery person, unfortunately, those are the only two that I've known or had a relationship with out of that Montgomery office. So
opportunity is equal, outcome is not. So every other person on this call that's not your referral partner, there are a bajillion KW agents in the world that you can partner with in different cities to do the exact same thing. That's why it's really important, because when you find the people that are loyal to bringing referrals to you and referring other people who need referrals, those are the connections you want. That's beautiful. I love that. So that's awesome.
So welcome home.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, y'all want to take a second and just introduce yourself to everybody? I don't know if everybody got to watch our interview the other day, but we want to be sure to welcome them with open arms. Rebecca has been in our Ignite recently. There is a total of 5 agents. Is that correct? In your team. So we got 5 new agents, and they're a wonderful family to us, and they're going to be out of their own Prattville office. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, Kara, Sadie, Katie, one of you guys like to introduce y'all?
Katie, you're the broker, so you start.
Yeah, let's go, Katie.
Well, I'm not sure if you can see me or not, but I haven't figured that out. So anyway, yeah, Sarah and I could not be more excited. When I joined KW, I was kind of like, my thought process was, we were separated at birth. And so I am just so excited about being back in the family and all of the opportunities that this is going to help us with. And BOLD has been a life changer for me as well. And I just am so excited to see the things that KW Montgomery is doing and where you're going, and the leadership and the camaraderie there. And in my opinion, it is just everything that KW was supposed to be, and it's just going to be mind-blowing to see where we can take this thing. And I couldn't be more excited, and I think that the timing is perfect, and the people that we're in business with, I couldn't do this without Sarah, and we certainly couldn't do it without you and Susan and Adam. And so I'm just thrilled. I can't wait.
It's very exciting. Very exciting. Sarah, would you like to add anything?
Well, I'm sorry that you guys get to see me all beautiful this morning, but I didn't know I was going to be called out.
Your family.
So I'm Sarah Little. I got in real estate in 2007. I've had the opportunity to serve on lots of boards and be president of different affiliations and that sort of thing. And me and Katie got back together, is that 3 years ago now?
Yeah, something like that.
November. We've had the opportunity, ups and downs, to have our own office and learned lots of stuff and trained lots of agents. And what we're most excited about is not only just us having the opportunity to train our agents, but there's so much training that the Montgomery office is putting out that it's helping us be able to gain some more time as well, but take all of the agents to the next level as well, because the Ignite and the BOLD and all that sort of thing is just incredible. So in case you didn't know, we also have a property management company. So anyone that you know that needs property management, we can help them too. But we're really, really excited about all that it's going to help with. I'm really excited about the technology. For anyone that doesn't know me, I am big on technology. So I am super excited about the app and the command system. So anywho, we're just excited about the whole entire process.
That's really awesome. We have been in conversation, I guess October is when we had our first conversation. Thanks, Susan Sullivan. She made the connection. She's yelling from the other room. Whoop, whoop. And she just said, hey, I believe, Katie, do you know there's new ownership and new vision here in Montgomery? Would you like to have a conversation? So we set up first of many, many conversations, and we're looking at their goal to grow a huge team and develop. And as we know, there are not a lot of that here in Montgomery, and we are following the model. And it is not without challenges, right, girls? Yet it is the challenges, the reward outweighs the challenges. And when you have a clear, defined vision and you're motivated, nothing's going to stand in your way. And so that is what's so exciting and powerful in this situation. And we're excited that that's going to pour over and rub off onto us over here in Montgomery. And it'll be a beautiful relationship where we're all motivated and reaching our dreams, you know, leaning after that big life that we're building. So we're excited to have you guys talking about BOLD. And I know you guys are all going to sign up as well. We're waiting till you're in the system. We have an update with a few more people that have joined. Just to reiterate, if you've been waiting, now's a perfect time to do it, because we're doing that reimbursement. So you sign up for BOLD, you pay the $99 now. Your first closing as a result from being in BOLD, contract and closing, as a result of this, we'll pay you back that $99. So one is an investment in yourself that is also a tax write-off, yet we are reimbursing you. So you don't even really need to lose that money. And if you're willing to take a risk on subscription show services, then you should be willing to take a risk on a course that could change the trajectory of your business life this year. And they actually just rewrote BOLD, and now they've done it again, just to accommodate literally what we're seeing in shift. And there's people from all over the world in it. I think they said they're going to hit about 20,000 people today. So that's exciting, and we've talked about that. I just want to make sure there's no agent left behind. If somebody is interested in wanting to do this, this is the perfect opportunity, and it's not going to come around again. It's not likely to come around again for $99. So it's pretty exciting, and we want you to take advantage of that. Our next week at a glance, tomorrow morning we have Ignite at 9, and then the afternoon we have Kathy Gibson. She's the team leader in Hoover. She's going to teach a $150,000 model. So if you're looking to make $150,000 in real estate, she's going to teach a class breaking that down and showing us what that looks like. And then that night, Taisha Andrews, she joined us on an Ignite call this week, and we were talking about social media content, and she offered to share her strategy and strengths around how she plans her social media content calendar. And so there's going to be a workshop at 6 p.m. on the 29th. And then Thursday, we resume Ignite. We have about 5 or 6 sessions left, and we'll be complete with this cycle of the new Ignite. Thursday afternoon at 1:30, please write this down on your calendar. Compliance and contract requirements will change May 1st. So Jimmy Ann is going to teach a class at 1:30 on what that looks like. Please be sure that that is in your calendar so that come May 1st, you're not submitting things that are unnecessary, and that you are up to date on all of those compliance requirements. And then Friday, we also have Ignite. And so be sure that you're aware. We are putting out our May calendar. Again, things change week by week right now, so we're keeping up with it weekly as well. Next month, basically we have BOLD on there. We have some fantastic guest speakers during business meeting and on some classes. James Shaw is going to join us on the 5th during our business meeting. That's pretty exciting. He's the one who leads the Pivot Shift Facebook group with about 67,000 people all over the world in it. And he does the daily calls there. So he's pretty much expert in all things shift, and he'll be joining us. We have a team leader from Georgia. He's going to teach a class on how to build a big life using his big why. We have a director of the #1 team in Alabama. He's going to teach us business financial basics and how to use a P&L also in May. So we've got some exciting things lined up for May as well. You just want to be sure that you're looking out. We're posting these weekly at a week at a glance in our Facebook page to just make sure as things change and develop, everyone is up to date and you know what's going on.
Question.
Yes.
Do we click the same link we clicked today? How do we get
for
to
all, okay, we have had some hiccups with our Zoom. What we want is every Zoom call to be on the same meeting ID and password. Yet there's been some hiccups. So we were able to do some of them recurring, and the business meeting is the recurring link that you'll click on. Some of the others are not, but all of them are in the intranet calendar. So as soon as you guys get access to that and you're in the system, you'll get the intranet calendar, and it'll come to you every morning with a link. You know, the Daily Digest email comes in the morning.
Yeah. So in the meantime, the link that we clicked today is the same one?
For business meeting. Yeah. And I'll make sure that you guys have all the other ones.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. So Red Day is coming up May 14th, and we made the decision this year. The decision KWRI wide was that everybody would just go virtual with their service. And so we've had some conversations, we've done some research on how we can best serve, and we decided we would collect money and use that money collected to donate local restaurant gift certificates to our local first responders. An email went out yesterday to you guys with some strategy around that and how you can push this out, and we need you to. This is the only way we're going to get and make the most impact like we want to. So reach out to your sphere and say, hey, I'm doing this. One, it lets people know that you are community minded and that you're action based. They can recommend first responders. They can recommend local restaurants. So we're pouring back into our local restaurant owners and reaching out to our first responders who don't necessarily get the option that we do of how much we're working out of the home versus in the home. We get to do a lot of our things digitally and virtually, and that's a blessing to us. And yet our first responders are out there face to face with people every day. And so we want to be sure that they know we care about them. And the whole point of Red Day is to give where we live. And so I think this is going to be our best Red Day yet, and I'm really excited about it. So submit first responders and submit local restaurants to the front desk email by the 11th. so that we can make our choices and make our plan and line everything up. And depending on how much money we collect, we're just going to divide that by as many name submissions as we get. So I just want this to be huge reaching impact. And with 80 people, we can totally do that. We can make a huge impact on our community. Does anybody have any questions about Red Day? All right. Okay, so here's our latest market stats. In the last 28 days, so April, there's been 372 new listings in MLS, 622 have gone under contract, and 455 have closed. So that's pretty impressive. We'll share that out so that you guys can use that if you want to. And then that's all I have for today. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add? Okay, well, thanks for joining us. We have Ignite in the morning, and then Kathy Gibson, and then Taisha with social media. So I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.